What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Nathan, and on this planet we send it. And what we're going to be getting today, we're going to be heading out to part 2. And again, I think it's just going to be a lot more playing out here, getting to see a little bit more different areas of doing some rock crawling. We got a variety of Jeeps out here with us, to include the Suzuki Samurai. We have a different truck, because if you remember from part 1, the truck that was out with us broke an axle, so we got a different truck who I think for the most part is just going to be leading us, and we got a side-by-side out here with us. So I'm not quite sure what locations we're going to be hitting. It looks like we might be pulling up to our first location now, but it should be a little bit more rock crawling and things out here for us to play. All right, I got a plan in place. Risks are acceptable. Let's go ahead and send it. So the first obstacle we came to, I believe, was called Dorito Hill. Now this had an easy and a hard line that actually crisscrossed. To take the easy line, you would start at the right side, go up about halfway, cut over to the left side, and continue on over. And to do the hard line, you started on the left side, and then you would cut over towards the center and go up the middle. So we'll go ahead and show a few people going through. This is Shane and Sherry here in the side-by-side. They're going up. They're actually going to be taking the easy line. Next we have Dave and the YJ taking the easy line also. My brother, who's the cameraman, moved over here to a different location, but this is my cousin Ryan coming up the easy line also in his TJ. Here's my cousin Eric, actually starting on the easy, cutting over to the hard, and then going back to the easy section. As I was waiting for my cousin Eric to crest over, he was taking a while, so I realized something was up, so I decided to come up here and see what was going on. And my brother was recording my other cousin Ryan down there in the TJ, pulling Dave out in the YJ. So Dave, I believe, got a little bit high-centered is what I realized when I got up here. We were able to get him out of there, no problem. But while we're up here, I just kind of want to explain what you got to do when you got up here. You got to kind of, we all decided to curve around to the right. And then we made our approach to the left to get a better angle. Now, the shorter Jeeps here were able to get around it no issue, especially with the soft tops. But my cousin Eric in blackout, and then my LJ with the hard tops, we were coming pretty close to this big boulder on the right side. So you'll see as we made our approach, we had to kind of do a couple of maneuvers to make sure that we didn't scrape on our passenger side. Now we'll be able to watch my cousin Eric coming down with blackout from where my brother is now positioned, going down to the left, avoiding that big boulder on the left, and then cutting it around to the right.
Keep that line. Straighten up a little bit. Little passenger. Little passenger. Right there. One of these spots, I was curious how much go through. Keep that line. Now, driver. Watch your mirror. I'm not going up things because Is that better? Yep, keep that line.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same line I was on.
Get that flex, baby.
You good?
You're gonna come up, driver, and then back down, driver.
It's gonna cut. Yeah, you're coming down now. Almost coming down. Yeah.
Come down easy.
Slow. Back's gonna drop a little bit. Go slow in the rear.
Back's still coming down. There you go. Keep going. All right. Somebody hard passenger, right? The driver.
Yeah, he's doing it. All right, straighten up a little bit. Right there.
So now is my turn, and my intent was I wanted to take the hard beginning and then finish up with the hard line down the center. But like I said, that was my intent. We'll get to what happened here in just a moment. So I'm going to show you two perspectives here. This first one being in the cockpit and the next one from outside, because this was a learning experience for me. What I want you to see in this particular area is how high up I seemed I was pointing up into the sky.
Driver.
There you go. You settle down. Now back down and bump up.
Now, as you were able to see, it seemed like I was pointing pretty high into the sky there, but now this is the same clip, doing the same thing, but from the outside. Take a look.
Oh, geez, man.
Driver.
There you go. You settle down.
Dave, am I good over there?
Good over here.
All right.
You are making contact with the rear drift.
Oh,
Okay, they're not seeing that.
okay.
Okay, so when I say contact, when you're a foot up, that's when your rear diff is hitting the rock.
Okay.
Like if you bump it over, it's not like an impact, it's like scraping.
So do I need to come up more to the left or something, or?
To be honest with you, if you came to the left, you might gain half an inch. Okay. But from right here, try to crawl up a little bit.
Let me get there, cuz.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna abort. Yep, I'm aborting, and I'm gonna go to the driver. So the lesson learned for me here is to ask the spotter what do they think, because it felt like I was pointed straight up into the sky. I should have asked them, hey, does it seem like I could do it? If they said that I could, then I should have just listened to the spotter instead of aborting like I did.
Slow it down.
No, those fires, where's that ground? Freaking amazing. These are places where I'm like, I should be able to go like no problem. I have it, she goes right to it.
So far, so good.
Yours will, it's just, exactly.
You're gonna clear.
You're good.
All right.
Go slow.
How's that mirror, Dan?
Yeah.
That would be great. Coming down on driver. There you go, good. Coming up, driver rear.
So after everyone who wanted to finish that obstacle was complete, we headed over to Rock Garden, which I affectionately called the playground. Although there's only just one named obstacle over here, there are quite a few fun areas to come around and play with, from pretty mild to pretty wild. The first obstacle we attempted was this somewhat mild down and up that Dave is attempting first in the YJ. He actually said that he had been here before at nighttime and found this by accident. So he came down it at nighttime when it was a lot more scary and intimidating. But as you can see, it is pretty steep, but it's not much to it. Next up was my cousin Ryan and his TJ.
The worst part right here, and then you're good. Just stay a little bit to passenger. Just stay a little to passenger. You're good. Just roll slowly. And then do a U-turn and wait for Eric to come down, and then I'll get you going up.
And as mentioned, here's my cousin Eric in blackout coming down.
Yep, you're good.
Now I'm up in the LJ.
You gotta put it in neutral so the brakes aren't overpowered. Yep.
So now we're at what I'm going to go ahead and call the mini squeeze.
So once I get your passenger wheel on good, then I'm gonna move up. You got lockers on? Go driver. Yep, not that much. Go passenger. Go back, go back, go back. All right, right there, hold that. Don't go anymore, go a little passenger. Now as you start coming up, no, go back, right there. Don't move the wheel. As you start coming up, slowly go passenger. All right, come on up. Passenger, come on up. All right, stop. Driver, all right, hold that. Hold that.
So what would you buy? I'd buy this.
Coming up on the rear. That's yes. Throwing out the way. Little bit, driver. A smidget. Hold that. Straighten up. Yep, hold that. Driver, hold that. Go straight on out.
Next up through the mini squeeze was Dave and his YJ.
Little driver. Little driver. You got it, just a little driver. Right there.
And now is my turn through the little squeeze.
Back up. Back up. Oh, here's right.
Go driver.
Driver. Up, look. Straighten out. Come up, straight. There you go. There you go. Straight. Pass. Driver,
You want it right there?
At the time, I didn't know where we were going. I was just basically trying to follow the line here, but we were heading over to the only named obstacle in the area called Diva's Delight.
I don't know where I'm going.
Straight.
In the meantime, however, my cousin Ryan was helping my dad get through a sketchy part, especially for shorter wheelbases.
You're coming straight down.
And what you're about to witness my dad doing is he ended up pushing the clutch instead of the brake as he went down. So as you're going to see him kind of drop fairly quickly here in just a sec.
Hold that line.
So now we are at Diva's Delight, and I was first one up. And what I want to draw your attention to is my LJ is just under 7 feet. So if you get a kind of an idea in relation to how big some of these climbs were, these little waterfalls before you actually got onto the slant of the hill, it was pretty significant, although it doesn't seem like that with the video camera here, and how my LJ is lined up with it.
You're good.
You're right where you said you wanted to be.
You're about to climb.
I'm just trying to crawl it. And
Yep. That little driver. Right there. You're about to come up in the driver's rear.
That's not good.
Yeah, he's got 3 wheels on the ground.
I need to get a better approach.
Straighten it out. Straighten it out. There you go. There you go. Right like that. Keep that line. You're good. Now come towards me. Hard driver. Make sure we make it there. Hard driver. Straighten it out. Straighten it out. Perfect. There you go. Perfect. Keep it straight. Little passenger. You're out.
All right.
Yep.
Are you clear, Mark? Your front and rear locked?
Yeah. How long wheelbase? Is it better than the big one?
Well, that 37. It's like nothing. Yeah.
Turn to the passenger. There you go. Right there. Keep that line. Little driver. Little driver. Right there. Go, little driver.
Hey, now we gotta get off this wall.
Turn passenger back up. Slow, hang on, just time out.
As you saw there, my cousin ended up getting high centered, but just barely. We stacked a couple of rocks behind him, and he was able to pull it out, as you're seeing what he's doing right now.
Going backwards. All right, you're good. Forward, nice and easy. The wheels are good at the moment. You're about to come down. You got it, you're going now.
And I want to give honorable mention here, not only to my cousin, who's going to be the last one up this obstacle, but also to Dave. Both of them came out in stick shifts, and that was definitely very challenging for them to be able to do what they were doing today in a stick shift. And I will even give my cousin a little extra credit because he had the 2.5 liter, and Dave had the 4 liter.
Coming up on the driver now in the front.
Ryan, just come straight. Come straight.
Thought the TJ with the better breakover angle would have done a little bit better, but after multiple tries, my cousin ended up being completely high-centered, so we pulled out the winch.
Push on the side of the mountain like a billy goat.
Come passenger, cousin.
There you go.
Yep, just go a little bit more and we're gonna detach. All right, hold up.
More passengers so you can come to the rope.
How was that last obstacle from your perspective?
Yeah, so I think that your LJ's got a pretty sweet spot as far as like wheelbase is concerned.
Okay.
You kind of made it up there. Yeah, sure, your Jeep struggled a little bit, but you were able to get all the way through. And then we had a Rubicon, a TJ go through there. He's got a longer wheelbase, but then he got high centered at the very end.
Yeah, and I think me going up first kind of also helped identify the lines not to go to.
Yep.
To make it a little bit easier for everyone to come on up.
Yeah, and then the last Jeep, probably the last Jeep the viewers just seen, he had a short wheelbase and he got stuck too.
Yep.
So there's lines that probably could have made them go through there without struggle, but at the same point, it's like nobody's done that before, so.
We didn't learn from someone else going through, made it successful.
Right, so if there was another TJ that followed, they probably would have taken a different line and been able to make it.
Yeah, I think after seeing Ryan go up, we would have been able to better route the next person going through.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, so that's gonna go ahead and wrap up this segment of the day. We're heading back to camp right now. We're gonna get some lunch, and we're just slowly making our way back as I'm watching my dad in the Suzuki, like getting super off camber in this little vehicle. It's actually kind of cool. It's like a little Tonka truck going around. But we'll go ahead and see you probably when we head out later this afternoon or early evening. That's not going to.
Dang, I think I made it into the frame.
All right, so that's going to go ahead and wrap up part 2 of a 3-part series. And I hope you enjoyed the fact that we were out there in the rocks, out there in the playground of Cougar Buttes. And I will say that the thing that I enjoyed mostly about that playground area is you didn't have to have a crazy built-up rig to play like you do if you go out to Hammertown, where they do King of the Hammers out there in Johnson Valley. You could pretty much get out there, and depending on whatever driver, from pretty new to pretty intense, there's more than likely something out there that was going to put you to the test, or at least get you to get on out there and have a little bit of fun. But the next part, the last part of this series, is going to be a little bit more of the sightseeing, a little bit more safari venturing. We're going to be getting into a mine, and we're probably going to be, I'm going to be showing you some of the most epic scenery I have ever seen out there in Johnson Valley, Lucerne Valley area. It really is going to be a treat if you want to see some extremely scenic area. So stay tuned. But anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one.